Well, good morning, everyone. Happy spring. It's like 10 degrees outside.
It's like 36 because I asked my friend Alexa, and she told me it was 36 when I left the house this morning.
You just set everybody's house ablaze
So,
because you said the A word. No, I asked
I
mine.
have a high of 60 today.
You know,
That's what they said, high of 60.
yeah, we'll see. Do you know that thing comes in handy? For some reason, I was trying to do some payroll stuff this morning, and we have an employee that had left, and she's coming back, and so I had to put her back into payroll, and I could not remember what the minimum wage, because the minimum wage changes first of every year, and I couldn't remember, so I asked her this morning what it was in Ohio, and she told me. She's very helpful sometimes, and she can math pretty fast. We were just talking about math.
We upgraded ours recently, not me. And
Do you like her new voice?
no,
Jamie doesn't either.
I call it the sexy voice.
Yeah, she's no. It's like
there's-
too real or something.
There's that, but she listens a little bit longer now. So then if you have a conversation about what she said, she'll chime in as if she's in the room, and that kind of creeps me out.
Did I ever tell you about? Good morning, everyone. Thanks for watching. Cheryl's here, and we're going to talk about Afro Man and stuff, and March Madness. And except for now, we're talking about Alexa. But did I ever tell you about the time that I got up in the middle of the night and she was cackling?
Oh.
You,
No.
of all people, would have completely lost your mind.
Oh, yeah. I would have had to burn it.
I got up in the middle of the night. It was like, to get some water, go to the bathroom or something. I don't know. And I'm like, what is that noise? So I walk, I'm tiptoeing down the hallway, trying not to, and she's cackling. I'm not lying. I swear to God, she was cackling.
The other morning, I woke up and she was
Why?
playing music. And, okay, so Alexa starts waking me up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I keep telling her to be quiet for quite a while. And, but I woke up and it was playing music. And I said to Eric, why is it playing music? Did you ask her to play music? He goes, no, at some point you told her to play music. I don't remember. I was like, whoa, I got nothing.
So Jamie did that to me one time. She came on one time and said, do you want me to play music every night at 6 p.m.? And he's like, sure. Being a smart aleck, do you know how hard it is to get her to turn that off? So I have this friend, one of my really good friends. He's the one that stays at our house with the critters when we're not there. But he's a big scaredy cat. And he sends me this message, and he was like, I do not understand why Stevie Nicks comes on your Amazon thing at 6 o'clock every night. Stevie Nicks starts singing. And I was like, oh, well, you can talk to Jamie about that. I finally had to get within the enter settings in my phone to get it to turn off. So yeah, so that's probably what you've done accidentally. Or
we mostly use it for shopping lists because we add things to the shopping list and then it shows up on both of our phones when we go shopping. That's mostly what we use it for.
So how do you use it for a shopping list for anywhere?
Yeah. You just say, Alexa, add saran wrap to my shopping list. And then she'll say, saran wrap added to your shopping list. Or, I've added saran wrap to your shopping list.
But then where do you find your shopping list?
I can't do that voice. Then when you go into the Alexa app, it says shopping list, and it shows you all your things. It has little check marks. So then you can check it, and then it goes off your list.
Stop it.
And it shows up on both of our phones. So that way, if I go shopping, it takes it off the list. If he goes shopping, provided we actually check it off the list. And when I call Eric from the store and I say, I'm at Walmart, is there anything you need? He goes, did you check the list?
So you go to your Alexa app. That one?
Yeah.
Okay.
The more you know. Look at this. I don't own stock in Amazon. Do you own stock in Amazon? Because I don't own stock in Amazon. I probably should now. I probably should now because I'm pushing it. So
yeah, actually, I think I do. But okay, so where do I go?
Hold on, because they changed the app recently. This is stimulating.
This is stimulating conversation. Oh wait, reminders.
See? Look, mine says shopping list right there.
Oh, it's under your favorites.
Shopping list. See? Apparently, we need bread.
She needs bread and eggs and milk.
Egg roll wrappers, and we bought chicken finger dipping sauce. Oh, we bought that too.
Are pickles on there?
No, we have lots of pickles. We bought that too. Oh, we bought that too. Look, it even says kiddie pool because we were going to buy Moody a kiddie pool.
Yeah.
So that he could splash in it. So we put kiddie pool on the list.
Olive has a kiddie pool.
But we never could find one, so it's still on the list.
They have them now at Where did I just see them? Where did I just see them? Was it Apple City?
Oh, I don't know. That would be a good place to look.
Or Walmart?
I don't know, but we're entering kiddie pool time, so we'll probably get Moody a kiddie pool now.
Yeah, Olive had a kiddie pool. It lasted 3 years, and now it cracked. So we're gonna get her a new kiddie pool this year, but it's a corgi pool.
There you go. The dogs met the donkeys yesterday.
How did that go?
That didn't go so well.
You need to make them a pack. You need to take them all on walks together.
The dogs were barking and trying to get at them. The big dogs. We only took the big dogs. Trying to get at them, and the donkeys were just like petrified.
Yeah, just keep on. Just keep taking them walks around. They'll all, because they're all pack animals.
Yeah,
so.
We're still trying to figure out the whole donkey thing because Thor, our resident horse, that doesn't belong to us, he's kind of a bully when it comes to food, and so we're trying to figure out how to feed without Thor eating all of the food.
Yeah.
Because Thor wants to eat all of the food.
That's problematic.
Yeah, so we're still trying to figure that part out.
Yeah.
So.
Did the donkeys have names yet?
No.
Okay. So if anybody has, they're like twin donkeys. So like anybody has any...
They're pretty much twins. One's a little bit grayer than the other one. One's a little browner than the other one. But
they're little itty bitty tiny donkeys.
A girl and a boy.
Oh, it's a girl and a boy.
It's a girl and a boy. Although that doesn't matter because I can't tell which one is.
I think Cora's idea was good.
Yeah, I can't tell which one is the girl and which one's the boy, so it really doesn't make a difference. So.
Do we need to talk about how you tell?
I'm not climbing underneath of a donkey. I am so not climbing underneath of a donkey.
Well, let me just tell you, from someone that has had a male donkey, a lot of times you don't have to climb under.
Well, I didn't.
Because it's very apparent.
I did not see anything, so I'm not climbing under.
Shall I say?
But the boy donkey is supposed to be a little.
You.
The boy donkey is supposed to be the one that's a little bit smaller. But they're almost exactly the same size. So it's at this point, does it really matter? I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
But chances of them responding to their names, probably slim to none anyway. So it's really more for us.
Yes.
But no, we've had lots of suggestions with Scarlet and Gray.
I think that would be cute.
I opened it up to the kids to let them weigh in, and there was like Tater Tot or Tater and Tot. The baby looked at the picture and said, "What this? What that?" So that was registered as this and that. She doesn't say a whole lot else beside what this. Yeah. And although she says some stuff that she probably shouldn't say that she's overheard Anthony say. Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty clear on what she says on that one, but the other stuff you can't really understand what she's saying.
Yeah, I got it.
Sienna said cupcake and charcoal. I'm trying to remember who else weighed in.
Okay.
My sister said thing 1 and thing 2 because she wants to make them Cat in the Hat hats and shirts that say thing 1 and thing 2 on them. I don't know. Anyways, they don't have names yet.
It will come to you.
Donkey and Fiona, that was on there too. But you don't understand that reference probably because it's from Shrek.
No, I do, because I know the donkey because of my donkey. Because everyone kept saying he looks like Donkey from Shrek.
I said donkey and waffles. So that one's on the board. Josh said churro. I like that name, but we didn't come up with one to go with churro. So as of yet, they are unnamed. So I don't know.
Interesting.
So they're fun to watch.
They are.
Yeah, they're always together. Always.
They're so cute, and they just look at you, and the ears, and they're just, you can't be in a bad mood around
They're
them.
very fuzzy right now.
Yeah,
because they have their winter fuzz, so they're very fuzzy right now.
I gotcha.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
So fun stuff going on. I mean, the news over the last 24 hours on the Afro Man situation.
Listen.
Have you ever seen him in concert? I've never seen him in concert.
No, but I have not. He performed not too long ago around here.
You know what? I had to explain to Eric who Afro Man was, and I only know who Afro Man is because once we moved here, he would show up on all these different music festival bills.
Because he's from here.
Yeah.
Or around our area.
He's from Adams County. He's from Winchester. I think I saw he was in Winchester.
So if you don't know who Afro Man is, he had this huge hit called Because I Got High.
Yep.
And basically the song is, this happened because I got high. And that's the whole thing.
Yeah. But he's a local singer-songwriter.
Yes. And I mean, huge hit.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
huge hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like millions of downloads and the whole thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but I started following the story over the last couple days because
So,
it's intriguing. The story.
story is wild and insane, and it's been going on for, I think we realized, several years
like 4
now.
years. I think it happened in 2022.
Yeah. So the gist of it, and correct me if I'm wrong, because it's so funny because he had just brought it up again yesterday. The gist of it is, and this is not us making fun of anything, we're just telling you the story. The gist of it is the cops got the police in Adams County, I think,
Adams County Sheriffs.
got some erroneous information, shall we say, and went to his house in the middle of the night and busted down his door and went in to raid him for what? Drugs and trafficking?
Drugs and kidnapping.
Kidnapping, something. And
Trafficking of drugs and kidnapping.
And it wasn't like nothing, like there wasn't anything there. So but they kicked down his door, ruined his door.
Yeah, they like battle rammed his door, and it's pretty crazy. Like SWAT team, the whole bit. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like all this. So he had like Ring cameras and stuff at his house. So he's got all this surveillance video of this all happening
in real time. Yeah,
because it ticked him off, let's be honest. He started writing all these songs about it, making videos and parodies and things like that. Well, then the police or whomever, is it the sheriff's? I don't know.
It was like 7 deputies. It wasn't the department that sued. I think it was 7 deputies.
Like individual people
sued him for making fun of them. For like slander, I guess.
Because he wrote like songs like, what was the one, Adrian? Can you buy me an... What?
Can you fix my gate and door? I think is what it's called, right? Or help me fix my gate. Help me fix my gate and door.
Will you help me repair my door?
Will you help me repair my door? And then he made this other one named Lemon Pound Cake because one of the police that was in the house, he had a lemon pound cake sitting on his counter, and he stopped and
kind of looked at the lemon pound cake,
admired the lemon pound cake.
That looks tasty.
Yeah. So then he did a song about that and whatever. So they sued him, and to make a really long story short, last night
he won.
Afro Man won
the lawsuit. It was a First Amendment lawsuit. The court in Adams County ruled that he had a First Amendment right to criticize government, to criticize the police,
and to write whatever songs he wants to write,
and to write his parody song. That it was obviously a parody, and he used his own footage, and he won his case. And it was for millions of dollars. I mean, they had sued him for it was like $4 million or something like that. But they had sued because they felt like they were being
bullied, basically,
they were being unfairly portrayed.
Yeah.
And there you go. And he won. So go Afro Man.
I mean, listen, in today's world, I don't know how you could. I don't know all the specifics of the case. So let's just say we're just kind of reporting what's out there.
What we know from the AP and other news sources. Yeah.
We weren't in the courtroom, whatever. But I don't know how any court can rule that somebody can't write whatever songs they want to write.
I don't know, but the First Amendment is taking kind of a beating right now. So it was nice to see that, especially in a rural area, that First Amendment won. I mean,
and we had some songs pulled up, but they won't play, right?
Yeah, we can't get the audio to play. So highly suggest go on to YouTube and check them out for yourself. There you go. Adrian's going to put the links in the comments.
It is a fascinating lawsuit and story to follow.
I was reading that he said that part of the reason he wrote those songs, and he was already a well-known rapper prior to all this happening, which is why he was kind of a target for this search warrant. And he's pretty open about his drug use. I mean, his song is
called Because I Got High.
So his big thing is, narcotics. I could see that, you would be looking for that, but kidnapping, really? And so he makes fun of them, like, why are you looking for kidnap victims in my pockets? And, like stuff like that.
Weren't they searching?
They went through all of his pockets, and
they found $400 in the house, and they took it, and then they lost it.
Yeah, and that went missing. And he's like, really?
Like $400,
yeah, he's like,
really?
And the whole lemon pound cake thing. But he said that he'd written it partially because to, all of the repairs that were going to have to take place because of what they did. Because they broke down his door, they broke his gate, stuff like that. So
he had, one hit song, and he does perform and whatever, but this guy isn't like extremely wealthy or anything.
No.
Like he had $400 in his house.
Yeah, they took all of his cash from his house. It was $400.
It's wild. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just it is a fascinating story.
From a constitutional law perspective, it was a very fascinating story to read. But it really is kind of about the little guy fighting back and saying, no, I get to criticize what's going on. That's okay. That's my right as a citizen to be able to do this.
And I would have to think that other artists would have to like appreciate the fact that he took this all the way to the gate. Yeah. Like, I mean, he took it all the way. He didn't settle. He didn't do whatever. He was like, no, I'm not.
And it's small town court. It's not like this happened in New York City or it happened in Los Angeles. I mean, this is Adams County,
like he
Ohio.
fought to the bitter end.
Yeah.
You got to give the
And how could he not
win?
Adrian, put that photo up again. How could he not win? Look.
I mean, look at this guy. Is that in court?
Yes.
Is that what he wore to court?
Yes. He enrobed himself in the freedoms that we are guaranteed by the symbol of the U.S. flag. I just made that up. That sounded really like smart.
That was really
smart.
Good. Did you AI that or something?
No, that sounded really smart.
It did sound really smart.
Really smart.
But no, that's
occasionally
him.
It happens.
Yeah.
Not usually at 9:20 in the morning, but yeah. But no, it's an absolutely fascinating story, and it is local.
It is local.
It's local.
Adams County is what, 2 counties away or whatever.
It's just, he lives like 50 miles from Cincinnati. I mean, this is 100% a local story, and it is a national story. This made full-on national news. I read it off the AP, but I mean, it was covered everywhere because once again, this was a constitutional law case.
So what happened? So this was a civil suit.
Yes.
This was not a criminal suit.
They found nothing.
Because they found nothing.
They found nothing in his home.
So this was a civil suit. So now he's defending himself against the fact that they're wanting millions of dollars because he defamed them. So could he turn around and sue them?
I don't think so because they were... If they were acting in, and I'm not a lawyer, I don't play one on TV.
Right.
I would guess that he may not have a case because if they were acting,
they were doing what they were told by.
Yes, if it was a valid search warrant and they executed a valid search warrant based off of whether the tip was good or bad, but if they believed that the tip was good and they went to a judge and got an actual search warrant and they executed the search warrant, I would guess that.
But then he has the right to call him on it.
Yes, to criticize it, especially the way that they did it and how they behaved.
Well, but you have to think about what he had to pay out to defend himself, though.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said,
so
I'm not a lawyer. Don't pay one on TV.
This will be interesting. Like, and more's going to come out. I mean, this was just ruled on last night.
Yeah, this was just last night, and it was quick. This was like a 2-day trial kind of thing. I mean, this did not stretch out at all.
It's been going on for years, but it was it will be interesting to see the follow-up stories, and I think more information will probably come out of it, and like things that happen in court and all that.
And I mean, he's gotten some notoriety out of it. Each of those songs that we referenced have well over 1 million downloads on YouTube, let alone any other place that he's got it. But just if you go to YouTube, you're going to see that that's well over 1 million hits on YouTube. So and he's just like I said, he's just a guy from Winchester, Ohio. I mean, yeah, he's a character. He's a personality, and
you can see it. I mean, you can see him perform at any number of festivals and stuff around
he's
here.
Like, he shows up on like all of the festival bills. I'm like, Afroman, who's Afroman? I kept seeing him show up, and then somebody said, "Oh, he's this guy, and he's local, and he's kind of well known." And because I mean, he's usually like the top bill or like the next to the top bill kind of thing.
But the interesting thing is, I knew that song well before I knew that he was local. Like, I had no
Yeah,
idea.
no, it became a national hit kind
Yeah,
of thing.
oh, yeah, for
or
sure.
maybe even international. I don't know.
Like, I had no idea.
And his videos are the funniest thing. His videos they're not like polished, clean.
Oh, God, no.
Like highly produced videos. They look like they're done off of like an old school
Like
camcorder.
old
They don't
school,
even
like-
look like they're done off of like a phone with
No.
iMovie.
They're, like,
They
grainy and, like,
it's like literally like off
shaky.
of like a
Yeah.
camcorder. Might even be one of those big ones that used to sit on your shoulder. Yeah, pretty crazy. Very crazy.
There you go.
But it
Afro Man.
kind of fits the vibe and stuff too. So
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, no, that was like big news yesterday.
Yeah.
I had to explain to Eric who Afro Man was and why it kept showing up in his.
Had he heard
news
the
feed.
song, though?
No.
No. Okay. Interesting. All right.
Nope, not at all.
Well, hey, now you all have something to do today. Look up Afro Man.
Go look up Afro Man if you don't know who he is and
Yeah.
follow the story. Like I said, it's
yeah.
absolutely fascinating.
It is.
So other news
Yeah.
that came out yesterday is the Apple Festival put out their themes for the
Wait,
year
what?
to vote on. Yeah, voting has started.
Ooh, can
Okay.
we vote?
Yes, you can actually vote. So you have to go on Facebook to vote, and you get one vote. And so your themes for this year are rolling hills and small town thrills.
Yes, that's it. That's the one.
Okay, she doesn't want to hear the
I
other
don't want
three.
to hear the other ones. That was really good.
Year 85 and continuing to thrive.
Number 1.
85 years of Apple cheer that bring people together year after year. That's going to need 2 shirts to put it on
Yeah,
it.
that's too long.
Revived and alive at 85.
Number 1.
Okay, so I have a question. For the 85 years, have they always rhymed?
Yes.
Because I'm like, Eric's reading them to me yesterday, and I'm like, why do they all rhyme? And then I realized last year's rhymed, and the one before that
Yeah,
rhymed.
they always
I'm thinking,
rhyme.
Okay. So there you go. So you can go onto Facebook, go
Rolling
onto the
Hills
Apple
and Small Town
Festival's
Thrills.
Facebook, and you can vote. I'm not sure. Oh, voting ends March 29th. So next week.
Okay.
Right? You have 10 days. 10 days to vote. And I will say one is in the clear lead at the moment. You
Yeah.
can tell when you go on. I printed this just before
Oh,
we came
gosh,
on.
yes.
One is clearly in the lead with 2/3 of all votes, but you can go in and weigh in on which one you like the best. The one that's really long, the third choice, the 85 years of Apple cheer that bring people together year after year. Yeah, that's a lot of words.
Yeah, no.
That's a lot of words.
You can't even fit that on a float. Good
You would
grief.
need like 2 floats to go
Yeah.
across, or 2 shirts.
One
We
of
could
those
put
double-decker floats.
Half of it on one shirt, and then the half of it on the other shirt. And when they stand next to each other, it's the whole thing.
So
But
you
then
could
watch they
be-
get mixed up, and then it would be like bring
Wait.
people together year after year, 85 years of Apple cheer. Okay, that actually works too.
I'll be 85 years of Apple cheer that, and then you can be bring people together year after year, and we'll just walk around together for
And
the
then
week.
occasionally like get them mixed up and stuff, kind of like I'm with her
Yes.
kind of thing. Like
Or I'm with stupid.
Yeah, I was trying to be nice to me, but but yes, you can go onto their Facebook and it opened last night for voting, and you can vote until the 29th.
Okay. So
And,
Rolling Hills and Small Town Thrills is in the lead.
Yes, Rolling
Okay.
Hills and Small Town Thrills is in the lead, and last year's I thought was Thrills too, wasn't it? Or was last year's the Apple Treats
It-
on Jackson Streets?
No.
Or was that the year before that?
I think it was Thrills
Last year was we had a Ferris wheel in the booth, so it had to be Thrills.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, so last year was Thrills.
My favorite one that's been recent was Apples and Me Under the Sea. I thought that was really cute.
Oh, that must have been before us.
That was like, you could do a ton with the theme. You know what I mean? Like, it was a really cool...
But what this means is that we are in Apple Festival planning time,
Gosh.
which means I need to start thinking about the pig, and
Oh, the pig.
because I always wait till the last minute. Yeah, we wait till the last minute, like, oh, we have to do the pig, like we didn't know this, and then we have to throw it together.
The thing is, here's what I'm going to tell you about these Farm Bureau pigs. It's not like they don't give them to us 2 months in advance. And we all sit there and we stare at these pigs
And
For
we know
2
and we know
months.
it's coming for 12 months. I mean, we already know
Right.
that we're going to do a pig.
We-
already know this.
And so then we all panic and we all run around like idiots trying to figure out what to do with these pigs.
Last year, we were smart, and we brainstormed a whole bunch of pigs.
Your pig was really good last year.
What did we do? Oh, Elvis. We did Elvis.
Actually, our pig was really good last year, too.
Yes, you did
the
hogwash. Yes.
It was a car wash.
And what was odd was hogwash. There were two
There
of
were
them.
two hogwashes.
What were the chances? I mean, seriously?
But completely different.
Yes.
The other pig was
one
in the shower.
Yeah, one was a bathtub, and the other one was a car wash.
Yeah.
It was. So I don't know, but we brainstormed a whole bunch of pigs last year. I put them in my phone in a note so that we are going to start with at least our ideas from last year instead of saying, what were we thinking last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yours was really good. Did you find it?
Last year's
Theme?
theme was Ferris wheels and apple thrills.
There you go. Ferris wheels and apple thrills.
Okay, so we've got thrills.
Now we got rolling hills and small town thrills.
Unless one of the other ones wins,
Yeah,
which
you
is
never
very
know.
possible.
Yeah, you never know. That one is really long, though. That's a lot of words.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to remember all those words without having a cue card. Yeah. And apparently this must be the 85th Apple Festival because
Apparently.
85 is in all of them. So I'm
Yeah.
going to go out on a limb and say this is the 85th Apple Festival.
Yes. There you go. So now you know.
So go and vote. Because it's all about community support and have your vote be heard. Want to make sure that you have your vote be heard because everybody has a voice.
That is correct.
Yes.
And speaking of, there are a couple things that are happening today. Number one, the THC ban goes into
Yes,
effect.
I forgot to put that on my list, yes.
If you want your breezies from the 6 Sense Brewing Company, today is your last day. We have a few cases left.
I did not understand that. I saw that, but I did not totally understand that. Is this like a ban, or is this like a moratorium ban, or is this the expiration of the moratorium on his proposed ban? Okay. Because I couldn't remember the timeline.
There's been lawsuits filed. There's been all kind of things happening. So unless there's some kind of miracle, the THC that any of the stuff that you've bought at the convenience store or in our brewery, which is a completely different product, but somehow got locked into the other crap.
Because it all started
thanks, Governor.
It all started with the packaging that looked like deceiving. Like it looks like a package of like Oreo cookies, but they were like pot-infused edibles, basically.
Yes.
Wasn't it?
So
Something like that.
they would sell, so like you could
Or
go to the
nerds.
convenience store and they would have stuff that look like nerd ropes and stuff that are THC products. And they're not regulated. They're just being sold. So we were able, as breweries, to be able to manufacture with a state license, by the way, that I had to pay $1 bazillion for, and have to send all of our batches off to be tested by an independent laboratory and have to produce our results. We got lumped into
that's
nerd
crazy.
ropes being sold down at the convenience store.
No, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy.
And
what's crazy about it is that...
hey, I just want to know when I get the money back for my state license that I bought, that was issued by the state, that the state has now told me that I can't use.
And this is, Ohio,
Just saying.
The voters have voted on so many things that now are being kind of called into question, I think, by the legislature, too. There's a couple things that have come up on the ballot over the last couple of years that they have written laws that are counterintuitive to what the voters want.
Well, here's the funny part about our legislature. The brewery folks went to Columbus. We explained to them that we are being lumped into something that we're talking about apples and oranges here.
Yeah.
And the legislature voted to exclude us from the ban, and the governor came in and overrode it. Overrode the vote of your representatives and state representatips and
So remember that.
senators
We are in an election year, and these are.
Thanks, buddy.
There are so many issues that are up for debate that you need to ask. The potential representatives. How they've how they feel, and does it align with what you want, and whatever your position is. Make sure that you ask your questions, because
please do find out where people stand on things that are important to you, and you need to vote on how it personally affects you, or your family, or whatever.
Because there's so many issues that are going to come up this year. We've got
many
education, the solar farms, the data center.
All of this is
THC. I mean, there are so many different issues that are in play right now at the legislative level and here in Ohio. And you want to make sure that your voice is heard. Whatever your voice is, you deserve to have your voice be heard. So,
and I'm just going to say, don't get me, I'm going to get on my soapbox for 1 second and then I'll get off of it. You're going to see, because of this one decision by our governor to veto and override, A, the will of the people, and B, the will of all of our legislators, you're going to see breweries closing. You're going to see you're going to see breweries closing because people are it's culturally speaking, Adrian's generation, I'm not saying Adrian, I'm just saying the younger generation, they're drinking less. They'll come in and drink like a THC drink.
Good point.
Soccer moms are, instead of having a glass of wine, they're having, a small THC drink at night or whatever, to just, those are the people that are buying this stuff, not like Cheech and Chong.
Well, not
to
mention the capital outlay that you and other brewers put into it for the licensing, for the development of the product, the manufacture of the product, the distribution of the product. All of these things go into the cost that you're going to have to bear now, without being able to sell the product to offset. And especially if you're a brewery that's sitting on, and not an excessive amount, but you're sitting on product that now you can't sell.
There are breweries that are sitting on,
that has to be destroyed because
severely
you can't
excessive
sell it.
amounts.
Yeah.
And some breweries, this has become their bread and butter. I know it sounds crazy, but it has become their bread and butter. And this one decision by one man literally is going to cost them their livelihood.
One man that's on his way out.
Yeah.
Because he's hit his term limit. It's not because he's being voted out, because he's hit his term limit. And who knows what the
not
next...
saying me, I'm not saying us, I'm just saying we have friends that own breweries that...
Yeah. No, I can
huge.
totally believe it. I mean, even if it isn't the mainstay of their business, I mean, there's just been so much money that's been put into it that now you can't recoup by being able to sell that
100%.
product. And now you have to retool and realign your business to a different model.
And now you have staff.
For the second time.
Right.
Because they remodeled their business to be able to sell it, and now they have to remodel their business.
Because the state told us we could do it because they gave us licenses to do it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And we had to pay a lot of money for these licenses, and then no one's offered to give me my money back for that license.
Shocked. Shocked. This is my shocked face. But yeah, no. That's a crazy story too. I saw it. Eric saw the post and sent it to me yesterday. So
it's unbelievable. It's sad. There's so many. I can't even explain it. And I'm not upset for myself. I'm upset for other folks that I adore and love and know that are going to lose things because of this. And it's stupid. March Madness.
Yeah, it's March Madness time. Today is your deadline to get your ballot in because the games start today at noon.
They do.
So you have to have your ballot in by 11:59 today. So you have a couple hours.
That's right.
You can
Get on it.
You can go to yourtotalmedia.com/basketballmania. Hit the blue button. You got to look for the blue button because I had a guy call me yesterday because he kept pushing the basketball. So next year I will probably make it so the basketball is a link as well. But he was very upset because he couldn't get the ballot to work because he kept hitting the basketball. Once I finally figured out what he was trying to do, we were good. I said, you need to scroll a little bit. There's a button that says enter your bracket. I need you to hit that button. Once he did that, he was golden. So next year, I will make it so that the basketball doesn't leak as well.
Okay. I mean, I guess I could understand why you would want to hit the basketball.
You know what? I am up for comments and criticism. If somebody's got something constructive, I am fully willing to make it happen.
Isn't it funny? Like the most simple thing in the world. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like, why didn't I just make the basketball
Well, it was so
button?
something. And then he finally said, I keep hitting that and it's not working. I said, you're hitting the blue button? He goes, no, I'm hitting the basketball. And I said, oh, I need you to scroll a little bit. And then he found it, and life was good. But
Oops.
but yes, so
I guess I could see where someone would.
so we
think
will
that. Yeah.
next year we'll enable the basketball, so you'll be able to hit the basketball too. But yes, get your brackets in. You do have about 2 hours or so if you need to drop it off here at the office or drop it in the post. At the post office,
Yes.
It has to be postmarked today. So if you don't get it in the mail today, so if you drop it in the mail tomorrow or after, I think it's 4 o'clock here in Jackson, it will not be postmarked today. So it has to be postmarked today because if it's not postmarked today, then I can't enter it.
Yes.
So if it's tomorrow's date, I can't enter it.
Yes.
So, and you can win $300, $200, or $100.
Or $100.
Yep.
And it's free to enter. So
100% free.
just-
No purchase necessary. You don't have to buy the paper.
pick the teams with the prettiest uniforms and go. Like, there is no rhyme or reason to it. Just pick some teams and go with it. You
Yep.
have just as good a chance as anybody.
Yep.
It's like winning the lottery.
64, I think it's 64 teams. I think 64 teams in the whole bracket.
Hey, Miami of Ohio won. They got in.
Yes, they are. Miami
Yeah.
of Ohio, they are an underdog team because I think they are seed 15 in their, or seed 16
Yeah.
in their little,
I think.
in their little part. But there are 64 teams and you have to weigh in on every single game all the way to the championship game.
That's right.
And you get points for every game you get right. So even if you get a bunch of them wrong in the beginning,
Yes.
but you get them all right. Well, I guess you couldn't get them all right.
Because you
after
get more
that.
points as it goes this
Yes,
way.
yes.
Like,
So even if you get some wrong, that's
Yeah.
okay because if your team advances, let's say you got a bunch of them wrong, but your team advances all the way through to the end and you
Right.
call the final one, that may give you enough points to move you up.
yeah.
Yes.
You just never know how it's going to work out.
Yeah. Because yes, you do. You get like 1 point and then 2 points, and I don't know. You get more points the further you go.
And let's just be honest with you. Doesn't matter. The first round or two, there are always like obscene upsets
Yeah.
that just throw the whole thing into
and you're
a
like,
tizzy.
oh my gosh, how?
Like,
How?
I had that person going all the way, that
Yeah,
team,
they ruined my bracket.
they lost in
ruined
the first
it.
round.
They ruined my bracket. I thought my bracket was ruined. We can't play in this thing. So total media employees, you cannot play. Or Stockmeister company employees.
If you work in this building, no.
Yes. So if you're part of our plumbing and heating division, if you're part of construction, whatever, if you work in stockroom, it doesn't make a difference. You can't enter. We have a separate internal just for fun game that we play
A fun
here
game.
since we can't enter that one. We have just kind of a fun one that we play here. And last year I thought my bracket was blown in the first round and I came in second.
Really?
Yes.
And you picked teams with the coolest mascots, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I was like, okay, I've heard of that school. I'll pick that one.
You know what we should do? We should do a bracket like that, though. Like, we should literally do it on this show and see, like, how it turns out. It would be funny.
Yep. So get your bracket in. You've got, like I said, until 11:59. So about 2 hours. You can drop it off here in the lobby up until 11:59. After that, we take the box down, or you can drop it in the mail. I think the pickup in Jackson, probably in Vinton County and stuff, is probably around 4 o'clock. It doesn't matter where you are watching us from. You can participate from anywhere. You don't have to be Jackson and Vinton County. You can be anywhere. And you can enter online, like I said, until 11:59 I think is when it shuts off.
Right.
And that is by far the best way to enter. If you can enter online, please enter online.
Well, it's so much easier.
Yes, because and last year I had a big stack that I had to enter, and this year we do not have as big a stack. So I'm hoping that means that all of those people entered online,
Sure.
as opposed to they're going to show up at 11:58.
It's just so much easier. Like, just do it that
Oh
way.
yeah, because you literally it'll show you the two teams. You pick the team you want.
Yeah, like, you can't mess it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it won't let you. And it won't let you enter until you enter all of the things. So it's not like you can forget one game or forget to pick the tiebreaker number or something like that. It won't let you go forward until you do that.
So
and
it like checks you.
100% free to enter. So
Yep. And you could win $300, $200,
yeah,
or $100.
you can win $300. I mean, pretty cool. And bragging rights.
Yes.
I mean, because I'm still saying I came in second, and I'm not even in that one. So there you go. So
Well, very good.
Yeah.
Pete Wilson's here. He's all dressed up.
I am.
Well, yeah.
This is typical garb.
Do you
don't
think
know.
he looks dressier today than normal?
maybe. I don't know.
I think it's because you've got black pants on, maybe.
That's it.
Yeah, black pants.
Yes, black pants.
Yep,
That's what
probably
it is.
Pete's dressed up.
Yeah. And he doesn't have on flannel, so it's not that cold out.
It's getting warmer.
Yeah. Because he only wears his flannel shirts when it's, what's the cutoff?
20 degrees.
20 degrees. Yeah. So you know,
That's
if
when I'm
Pete
wearing my
Wilson
10
has on a
layers of
flannel
clothing.
shirt, that it's going to be pretty cold today.
No, that's when I don my 10th layer of clothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you're in the cold office.
Yeah. So.
All right.
So Pete's here, and then after news, stick around because are we still going to play that one? We sat down with a local singer-songwriter, not Afro Man, although that would be amazing if we could get him in.
Dude.
I should probably
Can
try.
we please?
You know what? I will work on that.
Can
No,
we?
no guarantees, but I will 100% reach out to Afro Man and see if we can get him in here.
Please get him in here.
Because that actually would be pretty amazing. Okay, I will work on that. I'll work on that.
Think big, Cheryl. Do it.
If anybody has a
Yeah, if anybody has an Afro Man connection, let us know.
let us know, or reach out to him and let him know that that we would love to have him here in the studio. That would be amazing. Yeah. We may have to censor it a little bit, but
We
I'm not
would
sure.
probably have to turn him over to Porterhouse too and
Oh,
Jay,
yeah.
which would be terrifying.
Oh my gosh, I cannot even imagine Afro Man on Porter's Place. That would be insane in that room.
It would not be right.
That studio would be rocking.
Dude, it would be so rocking.
That studio would be rocking.
Oh my gosh.
But we did sit down with a local singer-songwriter, and he played a couple songs for us.
Awesome.
There you
Love
go.
that.
Not about a dog dying.
No,
his song
it
is-
didn't die.
Yeah, I know,
We
but-
thought it was going there.
Yeah, I was pretty scared there for a second. But
Cheryl's going, oh God, Jennifer's going to have a meltdown.
I'm like, please don't let the dog die. Please, it's like
Jennifer's
it's
gonna
like,
lose it
It's
right
like
on
watching
TV.
a Hallmark movie. Please don't let him die. Please don't let him die. Please don't let him die. But no, I sat down with him, and he had still some heartbreaking songs, but not about a dog.
Okay. As long as it's not about a dog, we can handle it.
So
Very
stick
good.
around after Pete because we'll have him on there, and we have a couple giveaways from that as well. So make sure you watch.
Okay. Very
there you
good.
go. So-
All right. Well, thank you so much, Cheryl. It's
Of
been fun,
course.
as always, talking with you. And
course.
make sure that you get to the Jackson Apple Festival Facebook page. You can vote on this year's theme as
Yes,
well.
yes, and not for the long one. That I'm just going to weigh in, please.
It's, yeah.
From somebody who's going to have to like do stuff
Who's
for
going to
it.
have to type it out. Yeah.
Yeah, and have
Exactly.
to remember it when they come on. Yeah.
Yeah. All
no,
right.
that's fine if you like it. Vote for it.
Exactly.
If it makes you happy.
Have a message or two, and we'll be back with Pete in just a moment. Stay tuned.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
From breaking news to heartwarming stories, a telegram is your ticket to the latest buzz in town.
Read your daily dose of local headlines, sports, and entertainment and more, in hand and on paper.
Get a print and digital subscription for only $7.95 per month. Delivered fresh every Wednesday and Saturday.
Visit thetelegrammnews.com or call 740-286-3023 today.
Don't just read the news, be a part of it.
And we are back with Pete Wilson and some news. I see that you have a stack there.
Yes, we do. Okay, well, first going to report on a injury-related wreck that occurred yesterday just outside Jackson in the early morning hours. And an extra newsy angle is that it involved a Ohio State Highway Patrol vehicle and employee.
Oh, no.
Right. This happened at 5:38 a.m. On State Route 32, just east of Jackson, around the Kessinger School Road intersection.
Oh, man.
Jeremiah Shaver hustled out to the scene, and it wasn't quite over with yet as far as the cleanup. That is the Highway Patrol vehicle that was obviously damaged
Oh, yes.
in that
Wow.
crash. It was a single vehicle crash. That's a marked vehicle, but that is not a regular, I guess you would say, traffic trooper vehicle. It is a motor carrier enforcement inspection vehicle.
Oh,
You've
okay,
seen
like the
those.
ones that pull the trucks
Right, and,
over their.
that check those out
Yeah.
or look for violations or whatever, and it looks slightly different, but it's got the patrol insignia on it,
Sure.
so forth. But the details are once again 5:38 a.m.
Oh,
just
my
outside
goodness.
Jackson. The employee is Kenneth E. Plowman, local man, 34 years old from
wow.
Wellston. He was operating that minivan that you saw there, heading westbound, drove into the median. His vehicle then crossed over the eastbound lanes off the right side of the road and struck a ditch.
Ooh, that's scary.
He sustained what were described as non-life-threatening injuries, however, serious enough that after they took him, EMS, to Holzer Medical Center Hospital here in Jackson, he was flown to Grant Medical Center in Columbus.
My
So
goodness.
the Highway Patrol is investigating that. Highway Patrol is investigating that wreck. The Sheriff's Office, the Jackson Police Department, the Jackson Fire Department, and a wrecker service were all on the scene there. I believe that traffic was restricted there at that scene for a while, but it was on the westbound lanes of State Route 32 just outside Jackson.
Well, it's like any other accident. You can replace vehicles, you can't replace that human. So thank
Right,
goodness that they're
exactly. Don't know exactly what happened. No other vehicle involved, but as we said, under investigation. There was a crash later in the day. Adrian, if you can put that photo up. We don't have the details on this one yet, but it was it looked pretty bad
Whoa.
too. Red Thompson Jr. was on the scene checking this out. A report was not available as of yesterday, and we're going to try to get one today. But this looked like it was a single vehicle too. It was a semi with a trailer that was empty at the time. You can see part of that trailer there, but somehow it ran off the road on State Route 327. That is almost right near World Outreach Ministries.
okay. I got that
which is just
alert.
which is just outside Wellston, and the traffic there was closed for a while they had to attempt
That looks scary.
to move that big rig. Don't know whether there are any injuries involved in that. We have a photo, but we don't have a lot of information. But if people did get the nixle or happened to drive by or couldn't get through there, that's what happened. That vehicle there. All right, there it will be a meet and greet, a second meet and greet for the Kids First Committee for Jackson Public Schools tonight. It will be at the Holy Trinity Catholic Church Parish Hall, which is right next to the church there off Columbia Street. It will be at 6 o'clock. Phil Howard will be there. Teresa McGinnis will be there. But also they'll have a third person there who I think it's great to be there for information. That is Jackson County Auditor Tiffany Ridgway. Since there is Tiffany right there. Tiffany, I'll tell you what, she has been just tremendous about putting information out on
been very good at
on the auditor's office, and I think
putting
she
facts
may be
out.
putting it on her Facebook. I'm not sure, but a lot of information, background information about taxes and like that for people who want to know how they work, what is and what isn't. She basically put one out about property taxes recently too, because there's lots of changes in the works there, and how millage works and the state budget and all like that. And certainly she would be an informed authority on those things. And she has agreed to go to the meeting tonight. And the meet and greet, it's basically a question and answer format. You'll have the people there who can explain the earned income tax issue, why it's being sought by the school district, and it's just a back and forth. They had about 100 people at the first meet and greet on March 9th, so they're hoping for another good turnout tonight. Once again, that starts at 6 p.m. at the Holy Trinity Catholic Parish Hall, and that is a committee activity there. I'm sure some of the community members will be there as well. So there will be a third meet and greet this Saturday at 9 a.m., same location. So that's on the weekend and in the morning. Maybe give different folks a chance to attend because then maybe they don't want to attend during the work week or whatever.
Well, you can't say that they're not trying and haven't informed people, if you don't go to one of these. If you have concerns or questions or whatever, you've had plenty of opportunities.
Right, and everybody is entitled to vote how they want, but they
Sure.
should vote based on accurate information.
Yes.
And it's the taxes and how they work and fiscal budgets and government. It's not easy to understand even by the people that are involved sometimes. So we know that certainly from trying to report on it. We try hard to understand things before we write them, and it's you shouldn't make snap decisions based on a supposition,
Yes.
when you have an important decision like this to make. All right, so once again, that is this evening. Also, another thing that we're going to be reporting on more in depth later, maybe as soon as this weekend or first of next week, but news has broken that the Jackson Historical Society is going to be able to perhaps move forward on the Salt Lick Furnace issue or the Salt Lick Furnace project. Remember, they've got the historical park down there on Broadway.
Yep.
The Salt Lick Historical Park. And they do have some facilities there. They got the old McCoy cabin from the 1800s. They've got the Soda Township house that is historic, that is moved on that site. Of course, they've got the old railroad car there and the depot.
They do. It's pretty cool.
Right, and they've got a building called the post office. It's modeled after an old post office there. So the thing, though, that would be the focal point is the replica of the old salt boiling furnace. That is what brought people to Jackson in the first place. Because the pioneers or whatever.
Yeah, because of our salt.
Right, people you want salt on your food, right?
Yeah.
You want to be able to have salt, and this is how they out of the waters of salt, what is now called Salt Lick Creek, which runs right by there. They were able to boil down salt. So the good news is that Philip Buffington, who is the grant writer for the Jackson County Commissioners, worked with the Historical Society and got a grant of $60,000 plus.
Wow.
I don't know whether that's going to be all the money they need or more than enough or whatever. I have no idea how to price replicas of salt furnaces, but certainly that
Not in your repertoire,
This was holding up that project from being full, because that will be the center point of that development. But anyway, I tell you about this tonight, not only now, because there is a meeting of the Historical Society tonight at 6 o'clock at the Potter Room of the Jackson City Library. They meet once a month, usually on the third Thursday if they can manage it, and they are going to disclose that information and talk about it and so forth at that time. So congratulations to the Historical Society. We'll, of course, be reporting on that as we get the details, but the happy news is a big grant has come their way to hopefully move forward on getting that replica of the Salt Lick
That's great
furnace.
news.
Okay, tomorrow we want to tell you about this. This is coming up tomorrow morning, so we tell you about it today in case you haven't heard about it. The Jackson County Board on Aging, that's the senior citizens, will hold a spring fling tomorrow at 10 a.m. That'll be at the Wagon Wheelers building. That's the building, where they have a lot of their big events now.
Yes.
And it will be up there on the hill at 354 Summit Street. The public is invited. They say that they will have a delightful morning of entertainment and fun. How's that to end the week? There will be live music with David Wayne, who I know is a very popular attraction at some of those senior citizen events. They're going to have a talent showcase and a spring hat contest and the ever-popular bingo with prizes.
Well, heck yeah.
All right, and I know Sheryl pitched the fact of Basketball Mania, so I will say it one more time. The deadline to enter is just a little more than 2 hours away as we speak.
You got it.
And, you can do it real quickly online. There's a number of games you pick, so don't wait until the last minute to do it because you want to beat that deadline because the ball goes up for the first games at noon.
Yep.
So, the deadline, you got to get that on at this point. Definitely easier to do it online, as Sheryl said. Makes it easier for her on the back end, too, as she manages the results for us here.
You got it.
But I tell you, since Total Media and the Telegram have been doing that, so popular. Everybody likes to compete in there, and we print the standings, of course, and everybody sees people's names they know, and it's kind of a horse race there as it moves along each week to see who is doing the best. But,
It's fun.
But we'll have the standings in next Wednesday's paper, the first round of standings, and then the next Wednesday, and then the Wednesday after that, the final results.
You got it.
So all that is coming, and all that's possible because of the many sponsors that jump on board for us. All right, speaking of the calendar and what's going on, this is in Jackson County, March 15th through the 21st. That's this week is National Agriculture Week.
Yeah.
All right, that's very important. Of course, you know, you're talking not just about farmers, but you're talking about food on the other end of the processing. But the last week, the Jackson Vinton Farm Bureau folks met with the county commissioners, and they had a proclamation signed. There they are. That up front is, from the left, is Donnie Willis, John Hensler, and Paul Haller, the commissioners. And in the back, you have Kim Harless, who is the face of the Farm Bureau around here for a long time. Her title now is Senior Organization Director. You have Jessica Taylor, who is the Vice President of the Jackson Vinton Board. And then you have board members Sally Sexton and Alicia Vyers. And they always bring a basket of local food products to the commissioners. So commissioners are very glad to sign that proclamation.
Very cool.
They had the same proclamation signed, Jennifer, up in Vinton County too. That was they declared Ag Week as well up there, and there are the commissioners for Vinton County seated at the meeting table. From the left, you have Jeffrey Harper III, Kevin Kozad, and Tim Eberts. In the back, you have Kim Harless, of course, and with her this time through the trip up to Vinton County for the proclamation, that is Farm Bureau President Mick Scott.
Nice.
So Agriculture Week, you don't want to forget the importance of agriculture. And here in Jackson County, certainly we do have our share of farms, but also, you know, we have two of our biggest employers are food service, factories. Of course, General Mills up at Wellston and Bellisio Foods here in
Yep.
Jackson, and that is a direct link with agriculture. So don't think that it doesn't mean a lot of jobs as well.
100%.
All right, we also want to report in the sports world as we kind of look down the road towards the University of Rio Grande. They have had a very strong women's basketball program for years. And one of the reasons, maybe the main reason, because players come and go, is the head coach, David Smalley. It was announced earlier this week. There is David right there. He had a long run at the University of Rio Grande, but after this season ended, he announced his retirement. So Smalley has been head coach of the basketball program down there for 34 years.
Wow.
Long time.
That's a
And
while.
very, very successful coach. Began in 1992. His record, 729 wins, 348 losses. That is a winning percentage of 67.6. Won 2 out of 3 games over a long period of time. He's coached in 13 national tournaments, earned 10 Conference Coach of the Year honors, and won multiple regular season and tournament conference titles. His 729 victories place him among the top 50 in all times women's college basketball history. I didn't know whether you knew that or not. Pretty special guy down there at the University of Rio Grande.
That's incredible.
All right, and this happened recently, and you know, they didn't do a ribbon cutting at the time that it opened. But remember, Tim Hortons opened back in December in a snowstorm on a Sunday.
Yeah, I remember
It was
that.
a level 2, and they were still lined up off Main Street.
Yep.
Well, recently they had a ribbon cutting ceremony because they are so glad to be in Jackson.
Woohoo!
They came out there in front, had the big Tim Hortons ribbon there. Randy Evans, the mayor, was right in the middle. County Commissioner Paul Haller is on the end. Some of the staffer, Sam Brady is on the far left there. He is the CEO and president of the Jackson County Economic Development Partnership. Other folks that are Tim Horton owners and staffers, and even some corporate people came as well. I talked to the owner at that ribbon cutting, and they were very happy with how things are going at Jackson. They say business has been
Great.
steady, and they threw out a bouquet to the Jackson City officials and the economic development officials, because they said they've never had more cooperation and a smooth process in building, getting permits, and being able to
Great.
open with what they needed. So
Because we appreciate.
they were very happy with that. And do not forget, if this is National Agriculture Week, but you could call it in Jackson County National Drama Week too, because
Oh,
there's
yeah.
so many plays going on. Last
That
week
is
was
true.
the Oak Hill High School play, remember? And they did Into the Woods Junior. We had a couple pictures in the paper from that. We'll show you some scenes there. Jeremiah Shaver was down there to cover it on the back end, and he was very impressed with how well those kids did. Those pictures, once again, were in our Wednesday paper. A wonderful, Into the Woods Junior is a wonderful story, kind of a spin-off off fairy tales, kind of. But this weekend, the Wellston High School will have their play. The Vinton County High School will have their play
Yep.
as well. So those performances, I believe, are all on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And the Odd Couple at the Marquee.
I was just beginning
Oh,
to say
sorry.
that. The odd couple at the Marquee,
Yeah.
too. So you have
Apple
all those
City players.
opportunities there. And I'll tell you what, I can always speak from the perspective of age and being around for a long time. And I'm telling you, it is so great to see the advancements at the high school level, because they've always had plays, but now they seem to have even more participation than
yes.
they did in the past, here in the last 10, 20 years even. And I'm talking about all 4 high schools. They all do a great job. They truly do. And in Jackson, the community theater with the Apple City players, that was non-existent even, 5 or 6 years ago?
Oh, yeah.
And they keep going
Pretty cool.
and doing more plays all the time. And I have no doubt that The Odd Couple will be a hit this weekend. And you've got 3 opportunities to see that as well: Friday and Saturday evenings and Sunday afternoon. You can get tickets in advance, and you save a couple bucks, I believe, if you do it in advance.
Okay.
So
Very
we'll
good.
have lots more to tell you. I'll do a little spoiler alert. A couple of the news staffers, myself and Jeremiah Shaver, will be heading down to Pike County tomorrow for a major announcement at the Pike County atomic plant site. The Department of Energy, federal government, is going to make a major announcement about a new development down there. Now, there's been more than one already, and there may be more in the future, because they are redeveloping that site, even as the cleanup goes on from the
Yeah.
former gaseous diffusion plant. But 3 different cabinet members in President Trump's cabinet are going to be there. That's
Whoa.
how important it is. They're going to announce a major, major project by a foreign company making an investment at that property. So,
Well, we like to hear that.
We'll maybe tell you a little bit more before we head down to Pike County tomorrow, but it is going to be big.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds great. All right. Well, thank you, Pete, for stopping in. And are we still playing the video? Okay. We have a video to play. A local singer that Miss Sheryl was able to talk with. So let's head that way. Thank you all so much for tuning in, but stay tuned for that. You'll really enjoy.
Did you know Jackson is home to a locally owned and operated full-service print shop? Zip Printing covers all your print, signage, and design needs. From business cards, booklets, and posters to yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, oversized signage, and more. We can help you or your business advertise and look good doing it. Zip Printing also offers logo design. Allow us to assist you in building or elevating your brand today. Zip Printing is located in the Stockmeister Plaza at 708 East Main Street in Jackson, Ohio. So stop in or give us a call at 740-286-3023.
Hey, everybody. I am here with a special guest, and he brought his guitar with him, so we all know what that means.
I
That
did.
means we are going to get treated to live music. Mathew, welcome to Main Street TV.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
So I know that you are local. You're from Meigs County, so you're
Yep.
from Southeast Ohio.
Yep.
Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
I grew up in Meigs County, out back of Rutland, Salem Center area. I was on the Rutland Fire Department for 19, 20 years, something like that. Volunteer. And then, music kind of got busy where it took me away from that. And really just started music there and kept going. And it's just something I enjoy doing. There's just something about writing a song and then seeing it come to life and hear it on the radio. It's a cool feeling. I guess that's my drug of choice, I guess you'd say.
Well, there's way worse vices that you can have.
Yeah.
100%.
And trust me, I've seen them out there.
So have you always been musical? Have you always been playing?
Yeah, basically since about high school.
Okay.
Really, I started in a rock band and then started writing funny songs. Dirty, funny songs. It was a start. It really set the groundwork for me to where I'm at today. You know, I learned how to, use my instrument, not very well, but I still play it. And just get used to being on stage and stuff. And then I had 3 close friends of mine who passed away, who always supported me. And I sat down and wrote a serious song. I was like, man, they loved watching me play these silly songs. It's only right to write a good song for them guys. And I wrote that, and it was called Drunk on Memories. And I put it on Facebook. That was back when Facebook was new. And
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Or MySpace.
You're dating us a little bit, just a little bit.
ICQ. But the next morning I had like 8,000 views on
Wow.
it. The local radio station was calling, and I was like, oh, I got to do this live now? Like, holy cow. And I got a hold of a couple of my buddies, Nate Sis and Dustin Nash, and I said, hey, I need to record this song. I don't know how to do this. And luckily they are super talented fellas and jumped right in and hashed it out and made a beautiful song. And that was my start.
Wow.
And from then on, I just kept going, and it was just, you never feel like you're working when you do something you love. And I love music. And I love being on stage and playing, but I really love watching other bands that like local guys that I know. And I'm just like, oh, it's so cool.
That's awesome that
yeah.
you support, everybody
yeah.
supporting each other. That's awesome to see.
My buddies, he used to play guitar for me, Donnie Wan. He branched off and started his own band, Cadillac Noonan and Dead of Night. And if we're playing around home, I always have them guys open up for us so we can all play together. And it's just a great group of guys. Writes great. Donnie's one of the best songwriters ever. They play like a rock style, stuff like that. Which my music is, I call them stories. Not necessarily songs. I like to go tell my stories because I write them about certain things, and it's one of those processes where when you write it, you might be looking at it one way, like Drunk on Memories. I wrote for my 3 buddies, but as I was writing it, it kind of hit me. Wow, this is for anybody. Everybody looks at pictures on the wall and gets drunk on memories and takes them back, thinking about the good times with their friends and stuff. And I was like, wow, I could really, instead of personalizing this song, open it up for everybody to. And to me, that's what music is. It connects people. Music talks when words don't.
Wow.
It's a lovely business. It's fun. I have a lot of fun. I enjoy it doing stuff like this, and I still have a normal job I go to when I can. I'm very thankful for them. Yeah,
When I can.
when I can. Very thankful for them for letting me do what I do. I couldn't do it without them. It's Mark Porter's Autoplex out there, or Auto Center, I guess you should say. They come and let me go as a need, and I go in and work when I'm home.
There you go.
It's really a dream come true. Honestly, you can't ask for something better than that.
I think we all have those songs that when we hear them on the radio, it's almost like they were written for us.
Yeah,
That story is our own, like you were talking about with your
and the goal is
writing
to
for
get
your buddies.
people to
So,
hear it, and that's the hardest. I can write songs all day, and now I have a songwriter that helps me write songs, and he is a phenomenal writer. His name's T.A. Davis. He's out of West Virginia. He's wrote my last 2 songs. Just amazing at what he does. I linked up with him, and he's like, I can't play guitar or sing, but I can write songs.
There you
And
go.
he said, you're the style that I hear my songs at. And so me and him hooked up and did a couple songs, and got a new one we're doing next week. I go back to Nashville, record a new song called Since You Got Gone. It's really hard to say, but it's just a chicken picking, driving country song, and it's probably, I'm gonna say it, probably the best one I've did so far.
There you go.
Until the next one, it's just the endless cycle of songs. You get one done, and you hear it, and you're like, time to start on the next one.
I love that. So when you perform, are you performing solo or are you with a band? Do you do both?
I do both, really.
Okay.
When I first started, it was just solo. I was new. I wrote one song. The next thing I know, I'm on stages, and I'm like, I don't know how to play anything else. So I had to really adapt real quick and learn how to play stuff. And I'm still learning. I'm no guitar player. I never claimed to be. I do play it, strum it. I say I strum it. But it's just like anything. The more you do it, the better you get at it. And with the band of guys I got, I don't need to play it. But I'm endorsed by Zager Guitars, so I have to play it every once in a while to get some pictures and stuff. But I'm more of a jump around, dance on stage, and in the crowd kind of guy. And I like to have fun. If we ain't having fun, we shouldn't be there. And that's just, to me, my guys, we have fun, and that's what we love to do. And we'll continue to do it until it ain't fun no more.
There you go. That is the philosophy that we should all aspire to is spend your day doing something you truly enjoy.
Yeah.
At least part of your day, even if you have to go to a job that maybe isn't your first choice. Do something for yourself during the day that brings you joy.
I was gonna say we
make it worthwhile.
We about made a bunch of people quit their jobs, right?
Yeah, no. but
keep your job.
But take some time for yourself and do something that you do truly enjoy. Whether it's on the side, part-time, or just, even a couple minutes a day can help your mental health.
Yeah.
I'm not
used to looking at the screen. I'm used to looking at these. I had to get used to looking at that.
So, funny story. I was sitting in my office and I heard music coming through the walls. And I'm like...
And you went like this.
No, gosh, no. I'm like, oh my gosh, that sounds like live music here in the building. And I went searching it out. So I actually found Mathew over in the Pure Rock studios talking to Porterhouse and the crew. And I was like, hey, would you be interested in coming on Main Street so that we can let our Main Street viewers know all about you? Because the music that I heard coming through the wall was so good that it got me looking for more music. So,
good.
Would you be willing to play something for us today?
Yeah, I'll play something. I don't know which one. Let's play a sad song. That's what country is, right? Sad.
Well, sad, trucks, beer,
drinking.
Dog.
I'll play the Drunk on Memories I wrote.
Okay.
That's the first song I wrote, and it's just a real good song. And we play it every time we play live. Honor my
So if you
buddies.
started at the beginning of Facebook, back when MySpace was around, that means that you've been doing this for at least 20 years.
I've been doing it a long time. I've been in music since high school, and I graduated in 98. And a lot of these people come out and see me, and they're like, I remember when you was in the raw screaming band. And I said, yeah, my throat can't do that no more. But that's really when it started. I think I did my first CMA Fest in 2016. And that's really when I started taking music serious. I was like, oh, okay, I'm doing this. And my goal was always put me in one of the big sound studios in Nashville with the professional guys and just let me go at it and prove to myself that I can do it. And that got to happen. And it's a super funny story. I got called to go down there for rehearsal, and I was like, oh, this is it. This is either I'm continuing or I'm quitting after this. and I got down there, and of course, I was a little nervous. I don't get nervous about much anything, but that was a real deal. And I was like, man, and here's all these musicians, and I'm like, they said, pick any song you want, and we'll play it. And they ain't lying. When you say pick any song, they will play it. Perfect too. But I said, can we play something I know, like the back of my hand? That way I can just kind of get my nerves down and get used to the sounds and stuff. And they said, yeah, absolutely. I said, can we play John Anderson's Just a Swingin'? And they all started laughing. And I was like, wow, that's a bad song. We can do something else. They said, no. They said, Coleman, you think you could play that? He just kind of laughed. He said, yeah. And my producer said, that's Coleman Murphy. That's John Anderson's guitar player. They wrote that song. I said, oh, if I wasn't nervous then, I'm really nervous now. But it was something I'll never forget to actually be on stage with him. And now when I play my big shows, he plays with me on the road. And I got some phenomenal musicians that play the big shows with me, and then I have my local band of Keith McGrath and Josh Billings and Jeff and Jesse Lathy. That's my local band that we play in this area. And I love playing with them guys. It's such a blast. We have a good time. We cut up. What you're supposed to do, you know. You're not supposed to be up there being all serious. But yeah, I'll play "Drunk on Memories." I wrote this for 3 buddies of mine that passed away, and in honor of them. This is. It's just me in this bar. There's not a soul around. The sad songs on the jukebox are the only sayings. You know it's been so long since I seen your face. I keep a picture of you on my wall to remind me of those days. Bartender, go on home. I got my friends with me, and tonight we're getting drunk on memories. Know you left too soon, only God knows why. There's not a day goes by I don't think of you, time after time. I know you're here with me, I can see your signs. It's the little things that you do that helps me get by. Bartender, go on home. I got my friends with me, and tonight we're getting drunk on memories. I never said goodbye, so I wrote this song. And I know you're up above just singing along. Bartender, go on home. I got my friends with me, and tonight we're getting drunk on memories. Yeah, tonight we're getting drunk on memories.
Oh my gosh.
It's a sad one.
It's a sad one, but oh my gosh, I love that. And I love that it was a personal tribute.
Yeah.
And it was his first song. He played it for his first song.
As time has gone on, I've had a lot more Good Buddy, and I just kind of keep adding it. It's one of them songs that you can always add to it. You know what I mean? And it's for anybody, really.
Unfortunately.
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 It's gets me sometimes.
Yeah, well, it got me. I've got like goosebumps. So yeah, because it made me think about my friends that that I have lost over the years.
And that means I did my job. Yeah. As a songwriter, my job is to connect with somebody and give them that feeling of, oh wow. And so thank you.
You did it well. So Mathew, if somebody wants to see you live, do you have live performances coming up?
We got some stuff coming up later in the spring, summer. We're going to be down in Pomeroy on the levee for the Reunion on the River. We're going to be in Yellowbush and Racine for the Bash at the Bush 26, which is a big off-road motorcycle park we have. It's like 500 acres of ride, and I think we're bringing in rock climbers and stuff this year. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say that live.
Maybe it'll be there. Maybe it won't.
Show up and find out.
Yeah, only way you'll know.
I built a big stage out in the woods, and we bring bands in. What else are we playing? I got a bunch of stuff. I got in Nashville next week. I didn't bring my book, so I can't.
I know that you were telling the guys about the Sweet Corn Festival,
Yeah,
which
Sweet Corn
sounded intriguing
Festival.
to me. We all know that I love a
up
good
at
food
Miller's-
festival.
Miller's
So
Port up at Buckeye Lake. Sweet corn and Buckeye Lake, I'm in. You can't really get wrong with
use
that.
the words food and festival with
Yeah.
me, and I'm usually signing
Yeah.
up. I'm like, yep.
And then I'm sponsoring the 5K walk in Middleport March 21st. I'm not walking. I'm sponsoring. if you can't walk, sponsor.
That's one way to get out of doing a race.
Exactly.
Just so you know. So support your
Exactly.
local community groups. That is one way to get out of doing a race.
Yeah. Secrets out. I couldn't run to that door.
And I know that people can find you online.
Yeah, you can go to my webpage is MathewAdamMusic.com. That'll take you to all my social links, YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, everything.
Okay, and we'll put that in the comments. Probably a good way to find you and find out where you're going to be
Yeah,
too,
I
if you
think-
follow them on the socials.
I don't get on my webpage very much, so it may need updated. I have no idea. I have to get with the group of people that work on that stuff. I'm lucky to turn a computer on. But you can find me on Facebook, Mathew Adam Matheny or Mathew Adam Music. You type that in. iTunes, Spotify. If it's got music on it, you type my name in, you're going to find something of mine.
And now
Might
I've
not
heard-
be good, but
I've
you're going
heard
to find
two of his
something.
songs so far today, and I'm definitely going to be looking it up
Good.
because both of them seriously got me. I mean, I came from probably 3 areas over because
wow.
I heard him playing. So I was very excited.
Well, good. That makes me feel good.
So I'm so glad that you had time to join us
I
today.
got CDs in the truck, but no one has CD players anymore. So
Well, you know what? If you leave us a couple of CDs, we will do a giveaway here on Main Street
Yeah.
TV. So,
yeah, I'll give you a couple.
so if you would like to be entered to win a CD, comment. Let's see. How about your favorite country song?
Oh, yeah.
How about your favorite country song in the comments? And we will randomly pull people to get a CD. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And even if you don't have a CD player, it's a fun collectible.
Yeah. It might be worth 50 cents or something one day.
Oh, no, you know not. So I'm so glad you joined us, and hopefully you'll come back and see us
Oh,
again
yeah.
soon. We'd love to
Yes.
hear more music. I know
didn't
you've
know
got new
all
stuff
this
coming.
was here. I'm really blown away. I've been on like 15 different radio stations this morning, and it's all I could do this all day long. I like
Because we all heard. And so actually he started out with Porter's Place.
Yeah.
And then he transitioned to Hank FM because they heard you play. And then
I got to be on the country store, the store.
Yep. Got to be on Country
I
Store
got to
with
be on the
Jay,
store.
with Jay and Kev.
I've
and
listened to that for a long time, and I was like, I get to be on there.
hopefully they didn't sell anything of yours. They didn't sell your
I don't
guitar
think
out
so.
from under you
They
or
may
anything,
have.
did
I
you?
don't know.
You never know with those guys.
I'll get another one.
Yeah. You never know with those guys. I don't
Yeah.
know. They could probably sell your CDs though.
Oh, they could.
They probably could sell your
Yeah.
CDs. So,
That's
but
good.
hopefully you'll come back and join us again.
Absolutely.
We'd
If I
love
got
to hear more
anything coming
music.
up, I'll be sure to get a hold of everybody.
There you go. So we are very lucky to have you here in the studio today. Thank you again.
Awesome.
And stay tuned. We've got more coming up on Main Street TV.